this video tutorial, I'm going to walk you through the basics of creating a screencast with WeVideo. Your homepage should look a little bit like this. Mine is a little bit different just because of the rights that I have, but everyone should start out on the dashboard. And so the first place that you're going to start is you're going to go and you're going to create a blank edit. And you can just save it in My Project to start for your first one. And it'll bring up this video editor right here. So the place that you're going to go to record yourself with your notes is the My Media tab. There's all sorts of other effects and features that you can put into your videos. However, I'm not going to go into that in this video because this is just really going to cover the basics of how to record your lectures and then edit them and publish them so that your students can see them. So you're going to go into My Media and you are going to click on Record. And what that's going to do is it's going to open up your video and screen recorder. And you have a choice. You can either record your webcam, your screen, or your webcam and your screen. So if you only want the students to see you, you would choose the webcam. If you only want them to see the screen, you would choose screen. If you want them to see a little bit of both, then you're going to choose webcam and screen. So I'm going to choose that, and I'm going to hit OK. And it's going to ask me which camera I want to use. So for right now, it's going to be the default camera and the default microphone. I'll hit Next. It's going to ask me, what do I want to record? Do I want to record my whole screen? Do I want to record just a window, so like just this Chrome browser? Or do I want to record just a Chrome tab? So say you have your notes open in a tab and you only want to do that, then you can choose the tab to record. A pop-up might come up here. I may have already accepted it, so it's not coming up right now, but you're going to have to allow your device and WeVideo to access the camera and the microphone. So when that pop-up comes up, make sure you hit allow. So then I'll hit share. And it is automatically, now you can see up here in WeVideo, it started recording my screen. So if I wanted to walk them through these notes on the collapse of communism, I can't see myself, I can't see my video, but it's recording my face right now. And then I can walk them through basically, you know, my Google slide notes on the collapse of communism, Mikhail Gorbachev, why he's the man of the decade, Glasnost, Perestroika, what these policies are, how they led to the decline of the Soviet Union, some cartoon analysis. And then when I feel like I'm done recording and I want to go and I'm going to edit it, I'm going to hit stop. And if I go back to WeVideo, it's going to give me the chance to preview it. So if I hit this play button, I can just go back and preview, make sure I like it. If I don't like it, I can hit record again. Depending on how long your video is, you may not want to do that. You may just want to kind of go with it or choose to edit it. But for these kind of uncertain times right now, I'm going to say just go with it. The students understand that we're kind of in like a weird situation. So, you know, if you make some mistakes, it's totally fine. So then you're going to hit save. And what it's going to do is it's going to load both the video of my face and the video of me narrating the notes into this My Media part. Once they're done loading into there, I can go in and I can start editing them. So I am going to, they're still processing, but I can still drag them in and work on them. So the way I got that in there, I'll show you again. So here's my video of my notes. I can preview it before I drop it in, and it's going to take me through. This is just the video portion. There's no audio on this. I'm going to drag it down into my video 1 track. So video 1 is always going to be kind of like your background. Like that's what's going to show up behind everything. Video 2 is my face on this beautiful Thursday morning. And then I'm going to drag that one into the video 2 track because I want that to layer over the notes. But as you see, the way it is right here, it's covering up the whole thing. So how do I edit that? So the way I edit that is I'm going to double click on this track and it's going to open up the editor. Over here, you can see I have the ability to drag it and make it smaller. I can move it. And then once I have it where I want it, I could rotate it if I wanted to, make myself sideways or upside down. I can scale it to fit, or you can blur a background. This would be if you're making like an actual like fun video. But because I just want, oops, my face to show up in the corner so that they can see me, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to hit Save Changes. So now when I go to preview it, now you can see up here in WeVideo, it started recording my screen. So if I wanted to walk them through these notes on the collapse of communism, I can't see myself, I can't see my video, but so I decide that that is okay, and I'm gonna work with that. And I decided that that video is the one that I want to use. I can also add different effects to this by adding a video track. So I'm going to click the little plus button. I'm going to add a video track. And then if I wanted to add some text that layered over this, there's all sorts of options for different text. There's motion text. There's static text. So say I want to have like a message that comes up over it. Maybe I'm showing them how to do something and I need to add that text in there. What I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to click it and I'm going to drag it down. And then this sample text is going to show up right here. Again, to edit it, we are going to double click it. We are going to hit, I'll just say, here are your notes. You can't see it because it's white, so I want to change the text color. I want to make it smaller, so I'm going to drag that, make it smaller, and then I want to move it so it's out of the way of everything else, and then I've got that there. I hit save, and then that'll show up for as long as this is here. If I want it to appear longer, I'm just going to drag this out. So this would show up over the whole thing. If I wanted to add, say, like an arrow or a text box or circle something, let's say I have an arrow and I want to point to, you know, something in this cartoon, I'm going to drag the arrow down and then I'm going to double click it so I can edit it. Let's have this pointing at here, say, you know, who is this guy? I want to change the color, make it red so it stands out more. And then I hit Save Changes. Let's say I want to cut off part of the beginning. The beginning was me just getting ready to record. And so I am going to go here. I'm going to move this playhead to wherever I want it to trim it. I'm going to hit the scissors. And now these are two separate pieces. So I can move them around. I can delete this if I want by just right-clicking. Oh, not right-clicking. Just hit delete and it'll delete it, or backspace. If I wanted to do the same thing with this video track, just make sure that track is highlighted and then trim it, and then I could delete that from the beginning. So what do you do when your video is done and you want to share it with your students? What you're going to do is you're going to hit finish. We're going to title this sample video. And hit set. We'll do it in HD just so that the quality is a little bit higher. It will save this video into your exports in WeVideo, so you can always access it from there. However, you are going to want to also save them to your drive. So when you click this drive icon, it will create a folder within your drive called WeVideo. And when the video is exported and it's all set to go, it will end up in your drive. And so from there, you can download it and really do post it directly to Schoology if it's small enough, or really the suggested format for getting your videos out to your students is to upload it to Safari Montage and then give them the shareable link from there. So I'm going to hit export. And once it says your video is queued, that's it. You don't have to wait for it. You don't have to sit here. If it's a long video, it might take a little while, especially because it's sent to WeVideo servers, and I'm sure they're very busy right now. So it'll send you an email when it's done exporting.